Yo, we live. Hey man, welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. Y'all know me, I'm your host, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose, here today bringing you another edition of my starting five for DraftKings and FanDuel, alright? Now, before we get into that, y'all know it's the lineup review going through yesterday's plays with the updated starting five that I posted on Twitter. Got my best lineup pulled up. Let's get into the breakdown. And please hit the subscribe button, man. Hit the like button for your boy, man. Please, let's get the likes up, man. We getting solid views. Let's try to at least get 50 likes on this one, please, people. Hit the like button for me, all right? Turn the notification bell on, man, so you can be here rocking with me every day when a video drops. Now, last night, man, that thing flew off the rails, man. Scoring was ridiculous. If you had it was a high scoring night, man. You just gonna need like 400 out that thing to bring something home. If you avoided some of the landmines you was in, obviously we didn't. As you can see, we got a couple in this lineup. But let's get into the breakdown, man. If you caught the updated starting five yesterday, you know I went with Lonzo Ball, Dalion Wright, Sadiq Bey, Malik Bagley, and Bam Adebayo. All right. Now at the top, I went Lonzo Ball. I mean not Lonzo, LaMelo Ball. I'm sorry. Knew he was gonna be chalk, but the price was just too good on him for the matchup. You know he has triple double upside going against a poorish Detroit Pistons team. I just like this spot for Melo. Felt he'd be in line for 30 plus minutes. We knew he'd be chalky, man. He came in at 47% on right here. And he gave us 45 DK points, man. Very solid right here from LaMelo. We'll definitely take that. Then in my shooting guard, I want to go Dalion Wright. All right? We knew he was going to be chalk, but 5,100. No other real point guard on the team that was going to play. So we knew he was in line for big minutes. Knew he'd be a little chalky as well. Got him right at 50% on this contest, but he monstered over 10x right here, pushing 11x from Dalion Wright. Very solid performance, man. I almost triple-double, man. Finished two assists shy with triple-double. Very big performance from Dalion Wright, all right? Now, my first pitfall. At the small forward, I went Sadiq Bey, man. I wanted to go here. This was my spot trying to get different. I knew the majority pieces of my starting five was going to be chalky, so you know I had to get different somewhere else. So Sadiq Bey was my attempt to get different. It was a lot of pay down options. People were going to like Diallo, Caleb, Cody Martin, whichever one it was. My apologies for not knowing. I think it was Caleb Martin, but they was going to value plays, pay down spots here. And I wasn't too comfortable with any of them, man. I didn't think the Martin play could pan out. We done seen Diallo fail, so I wanted to go to a guy who had been performing very solid. We knew he would get big minutes, and so we just wanted to lock him in a way to try to get different from the field here. We got him at 21% ownership. I didn't think he would come in this high with all the value there, but at 6K, he really let us down. He got the minutes we were expecting, but just didn't give us the fantasy performance. But I'm pretty sure that was due to Diallo and Sekou Demboyo, of all people, having big fantasy games. I know that pulled away from his usage and some of his scoring. So he let us down right here, man. We stepped on a landmine in this particular spot. Probably should have paid down and tried one of those options, but I just didn't feel comfortable with him. Bay was one of my plays. Like when there's a lot of pay down options, especially if it's not a big, somebody like a small forward, things of that nature. If I'm not comfortable with it, I don't have a guy I like, I'll pay up or pay to a spot where I know I'm going to get the minutes and has a little bit of consistency, and just try to let the field make mistakes there. You know what I mean? If I don't feel comfortable with the value play, and there's a lot of people paying down there, that's when I play defense. I just pick a solid guy I know that's locked in for his minutes and try to let the field make the mistakes right there. But it worked out for the field last night as those two guys went off, like I said. But we'll take it right here, man. Nothing you can really do about it. You got to take your chances. Coming in at power forward, another chalk play I had, Marvin Bagley. Just him and Dalion Wright for the short-headed Kings, we knew should see a ton of usage, should be locked in for 30-plus minutes. So we felt like you kind of had to go to him in this spot, as Bagley It has 40, 50 point upside at that 5K price tag. We got him at 55%, so a lot of the people was on. Like I said, we knew he'd be a little chalk. He only gave us 25 DK points. Just didn't shoot well. Most of his upside come from scoring. He was 5 for 15 from the field, like 1 of 5 behind the arc. Just didn't shoot well. Didn't give you enough raw points here. He only scored 13 points in the game, right? So that's gonna hinder him. Whenever his shot not falling, he mainly a scorer at the power forward spot. So definitely held us up right here. But a lot of people was on him, so it didn't kill us too bad in this contest. Now coming in at center, if y'all saw my video yesterday, y'all know I like Bam. When Jimmy Butler was out, I think that sealed it for me. Once Jimmy Butler was out, I locked in Bam Adebayo. Definitely had a lot of Bam yesterday. Felt like he should be in line for a big performance, greater usage rate, assist percentage goes up with no Jimmy Butler in line, in play. Got him at 12% ownership. I figured he would definitely come in low on yesterday, as it was a ton of pay down options at the center spot. But once again, it was a spot I didn't want to go to Biombo, because we didn't know what his minutes would be. He could be splitting time with Zella or Vernon Carey Jr. So I wanted to go for a guy I knew who was seeing increased usage with no Jimmy Butler, who's going to be locked in for 30 plus minutes, and another guy who has triple double upside. And Bam Adebayo, he got us to 43 DK points. It's okay at 8,600. What really hurt here was the blowout. Dallas kind of pulled away. Bam didn't get any closing run. This easily should have been 50 plus from Bam, but Dallas having a game in hand early in the fourth, just no closing run for Bam, so he didn't give us the strongest performance as we anticipated, but can't do anything about blowouts. All right. Now, finishing out the lineup, I wanted to go Fred VanVleet. Yes, I know he was back in the lineup. I was eyeing him all day, and then this is another play. Once I saw Laurie was out, it just locked him in for me. Got him at 5% ownership. Going against the Clippers, I knew nobody was hardly going to that last game of the night. It was my late night hammer, and a guy knew that was in an improved spot with no Kyle Lowry. So VanVleet gave us a very solid performance, right at 58 DK points at 4% ownership. Definitely was moving us up the leaderboard. All right, coming in at my other four, the only piece of Charlotte value I felt comfortable with is Jalen McDaniels. We saw him give big performances early in the year when he was starting at the power forward spot. So now we got him starting again with no Bridges, no PJ Washington. He's an athletic kid. He can run the floor with LaMelo. So I definitely liked the Jalen McDaniels yesterday. That was my own. Like I said, I wasn't sure on the Martins and the Biombos. I wasn't sure on any of that value. So Jalen McDaniels was the one guy I was comfortable with. So I wanted to get him locked in, and we got him right here at 24% ownership. That's okay ownership right at 4,600, but he gave us a very solid performance right at 37 DK points. Definitely love that out of Jalen McDaniels, all right? And the next landmine I stepped on, Kendrick Nunn finishing out the lineup. Thought he would be in line for an increased workload with no Jimmy Butler. But he was not the guy. Dragic was the man over here. Dragic did the most of the work for the Miami Heat yesterday, and Nunn let us down. Came in at 11% on. Got him very solid ownership in this contest, but he only gave us 22 fantasy points, man. Really hurt us yesterday. Him and Sadiq Bey kept me from getting to the cash line over here. 307 put up was my best number with the updated starting five. It was an okay night. We probably lost like half our buy-ins. It wasn't too horrible, but definitely not what we wanted, not what we expected. But you have those days sometime. Let's get on to today and see if we can improve. All right, coming in today. On this Wednesday slate at the point guard spot right here. The guy I want to take a look at is RJ Hampton. He's been seeing over 30 plus minutes the last two games. It's making me nervous. I hope they don't pull the rug off from under me. But if he's going to see 30 plus minutes to finish out the season here, I definitely think he's going to be in play every time out, especially at this $4,500 price tag. That's too cheap of a price tag for a guy who's going to see 30 plus minutes. He's a very solid player. He has a little scoring punch to him. I like getting the R.J. Hampton at in this matchup going against the Boston Celtics. The price is just too good on him for the expected minutes. Like I said, hopefully they don't pull the rug off him on this and only give him like 22 minutes tonight. So, but I want to go here anticipating he should see that same workload he's seen over the last couple games. Coming in at shooting guard, you can go right back to Daylon Wright, man. Going against the Indiana Pacers, they only moved his price tag like $500, $5,600. Listen, this is just a case of minutes and a guy being too cheap. He does a little bit of everything. He's gonna see all the run he can handle at this spot, as they have no real backup point guards. I mean, they may play Kyle Guy, something like that, but Daylon Wright will see the bulk of the minutes. I mean, even if they're getting beat pretty handily, I think Wright is going to see his run. He's a very solid producer, gives you assists. He can score the ball. He can fill up the stat sheet for you right here at this point guard. I think you just got to go back to him. He's going to be a little chalky, but I'm okay with it, man. Coming in at small forward guy I want to look at, Anthony Edwards. Just been very, very solid as of late, man. Rebounding the ball pretty well, scoring. You know he's gonna shoot it. He's gonna take his shots. You just hope his shot falling. He has double upside, man. Has he been threatening double doubles the last couple of games with 8-9 rebounds in the last few games out. So hopefully he can fall into a little extra rebound here and give us a double double and add us a big night scoring at this 7,400 price tag. But I definitely like the matchup here against the Memphis Grizzlies. Definitely gonna be looking at Anthony Edwards. Coming in at power forward, I think we can go right back to Marvin Bagley. Listen, I know if you had him last night, he disappointed. Only 25 DK points, but he should be in line for 30 plus minutes. He's going to take the shots, guys. You just got to hope his shot is falling. Don't be scared because he failed for you tonight. He's right back in line for the same chance at production tomorrow. Just hopefully he can get his shot going and drop and do some scoring for us here. But I like him at this price tag at only 5,400. You know he has 40-50 point upside. Don't be scared to go right back to Marvin Bagley. I'm hoping people are scared away by his performance last night, and hopefully I can get him at a little lower ownership, but I doubt it right here. But I definitely like going back to Marvin Bagley. Wright, Bagley, those guys, as long as they in these fives, you can definitely play them, man. As long as they're down here, all right? And coming in at my center spot today, guy I want to look at is Robert Williams. Now, Tristan Thompson is questionable, so this play depends on that. I mean, hopefully Tristan Thompson is out, and if he's out, that should lock Robert Williams in the big minutes at the center spot. And you know Robert Williams, man, he's going to hit the glass. He's block shots, all that. He's a defender, rebounder. Hopefully he can get some putback dunks, a few oops or something. But he has big double potential. If Tristan Thompson is out, I expect him to approach 30 minutes. Hopefully, maybe get a little over. But if Tristan Thompson out, I'm gonna love Robert Williams today, especially at this 5,400 price tag. So keep your eyes and ears open for that news. Now, if Tristan Thompson is in, I definitely won't be playing Robert Williams. They like to split time, and you never know who's gonna get the minutes or the production over there. But for the time being, hoping that Tristan Thompson is out, get you some Robert Williams. All right. There you have it, man. My starting five for DraftKings right now: R.J. Hampton, Daylon Wright, Anthony Edwards, Marvin Bagley, and Robert Williams. All right. Now let's go look at FanDuel. Now, FanDuel, we're going to do something a little different today. I'm going to give you a look at like a GPP core I would try to go with here. Normally I give you like single entry looks, how we would build in a single entry, but we're going to try to do a little different. This a core I would look at for like a 20 max or a large field GPP, 150 max, things of that nature, all right? At the point guard, guy I want to look at is Austin Rivers. Yes, 3,600. He's in play on DraftKings too as well. The reason why I'm looking at Austin Rivers here, PJ Dozier is out today, so I anticipate Austin Rivers moving into the starting lineup. They don't have too many other options to go to at the shooting guard spot, so anticipate him moving into the starting lineup. So that should be a few extra minutes for him. And Austin Rivers is a guy, is a very streaky shooter. If he hits a couple threes, he don't mind pulling them. So. But almost at the flat man, a guy who should be in line for 30 minutes tonight, I have no problem getting to Austin Rivers right here. Even though we're going to need him to shoot the ball, and his upside resides from his scoring. But I like getting to him at the 3,600 price tag. Coming in as shooting guard, think we can go right back to Terrence Davis, man. We saw him get what 28. Well, he approached 30 minutes last night. And he's a very solid guy, and another guy who upside resides in scoring. But he give you a few assists, fall into a few rebounds here. But at 3,800, you don't need him to do much to pay off this price tag. He was solid. He been solid coming off the bench, getting 20 to 25 minutes all year, giving you 15 to 20 DK points. But him seeing a few extra minutes with all those King guys being hurt, he can really pay off the 3,800 price tag. I like taking a look at Terrence Davis coming in at small forward. I think we can go right back to Kevin Porter Jr. 6,900. Tough matchup against Philly as their defense has been very solid, but his role and what he's expected to do for this Houston Rocket teams with John Wall being out the year is his upside is just too. It's too great for me not to take a chance on him right here going against Philly. He does, like I said, he's going to do everything. He has triple-double upside as well right here. He's going to assist, score the ball, fall in the rebounds. I like getting to Kevin Porter as being the main ball handler for this Houston Rockets offense, all right? And coming in at power forward, we want to pay up right here. The Domantas Sabonis. Price tag jumped up to 10-3. It's a tough pill to swallow, but I think he can pay it off, especially in this game against the Sacramento Kings, man. Y'all already know one of the fastest-paced teams in the game. This is going to be your highest total on the night, more than likely. That two fast-paced teams, Sacramento, he should be able to have his way inside with him. As Bagley is not a stout defender, or Holmes. He's just been doing everything, man. Still, definitely big triple-double upside. He's been putting together monster scoring games and monster rebounding games since he's come back into the lineup with no Malcolm Brogdon. So I don't mind looking at him right here. Even though the price tag is up, I think he still has a chance to pay this off against the Sacramento Kings tonight. And rounding out at the bottom, I want to go Nikola Jokic. He's probable, so we expected him to be in. I don't even got to break down what he does, man. The MVP candidate, the big man, he just been leading the Nuggets since Jamal Murray's went down. He's been leading them all year, but even more so since Jamal Murray's been down. The offense is going to run through him. He's going to get another guy with triple-double upside. Just get you some Nikola Jokic tomorrow at the center spot. All right, there you have it, man. My starting five for FanDuel: Austin Rivers, Terrence Davis, Kevin Porter Jr., Domantas Sabonis, and Nikola Jokic. Get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pool. You know I'm going to have them in mind, man. That's going to do it for us here today. Y'all know the motto: chances make champions. Y'all green up. I see y'all tomorrow, all right? Let's go.